Hey everyone, my name is Luke. I'm a physical therapist at Full Potential Physical Therapy, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about balance and to help you determine if physical therapy may be part of you improving your balance. So, with balance, one thing that a lot of people notice is as they age, they start to see somewhat of a decline in balance, and that's something that has some physiological reasons. So, we tend to have reflexes that slow a little bit as we age. There can be the mounting of some orthopedic issues maybe that go along with that. There can be past medical history, and that tends to build as we age. We have more and more of a history, and some different types of past medical history can lead to more balance issues. Think of things like neuropathy and things of this nature. There's also something about aging that we can oftentimes control more than we know. And that's the fact that a lot of times balance is a skill, and we stop practicing that skill of balance. So pretty common early on in life, think toddlers, that's the best example. They are practicing the skill of balance all the time. So they are falling and on different surfaces and climbing up things. And if you have a toddler like I do, you know that that's the case. They're practicing balance all the time. As we get into maybe, let's say, middle school age, lots of kids are playing sports. They're still maybe on the playground. They're tearing around with their brothers and sisters or their friends. They're practicing balance all the time. Then we get into college age to maybe early adulthood. A lot of people are still maybe playing some sports. Oftentimes they're exercising pretty regularly. They're practicing balance. Then they start having kids. Now we're talking 20s and 30s, maybe even into the 40s. They're having children, so they're following their kids around. They're pretty active doing things in general that would also challenge their balance. We tend to hit that age of 50, getting into the 60s, and a lot of people stop practicing balance quite as much. So maybe they're not any longer playing recreational sports. Maybe they're exercising, but it's just at the gym and they're on equipment or with machines. This isn't for everyone. Some people still do practice balance late into life, but generally the trend I see is people practicing balance less and less. And with balance being a skill, like any skill, if you don't use it, you lose it. The problem with losing a skill like balance is it puts you at risk for falls. You oftentimes can start avoiding doing things that you like to do or just generally being fearful, and quality of life can start to go down. Physical therapy can be a safe place to practice balancing. It can be a safe place to have your balance assessed. Balance is much more than just standing on one foot, although that is something that we test on a regular basis. Balance is things like being able to move in space, being able to bend down and pick things up, being able to have a narrow base of support where the feet are close together, being able to stand on uneven surfaces, move across grass, move in sand, carry heavy things. All of these things require some level of balance. Even things like getting in and out of a chair for some people is a balance challenge. Physical therapy offers a safe place for an individualized assessment to see if that balance can be improved, or I'd say that skill balance can be improved. So if you're hearing this and you're thinking, I wonder if my balance could stand to improve, I wonder if physical therapy might be for me. Balance improvement can be for a lot of different people, but when it really starts to get to the point where physical therapy can help is oftentimes if you have had a history of falls. So maybe you've had a fall here and there, maybe it was a fluke, but you're scared that it's going to be a recurrent issue. Maybe it is something that is a recurrent issue, then I would say you're absolutely a candidate or likely a candidate for some physical therapy. Maybe you're just avoiding activities because you're fearful of your balance, or you're fearful of your lack of balance and fearful of falling. That might be putting you in that spot where you're a candidate for physical therapy. Or you're just generally noticing a decline in your function as related to balance. That kind of goes along with avoiding things. But maybe you're not avoiding things and you're just feeling fearful while you're doing them because your balance is unsteady. You don't want to eventually end up having a fall. Balance is a skill. Hope you take that from this today. And at Physical Therapy at Full Potential, we do balance assessments all the time. And then we tailor an individualized plan that can meet your needs so that you can practice the skill in a way that is specific to you and your goals. If you're interested in having a balance assessment or talking with a therapist about whether physical therapy might help for you, please feel free to schedule a consultation. Those are free of charge visits where you get to meet directly with a physical therapist and talk through some of your needs, if not even do some testing. Or if you're thinking, yeah, this sounds like I'm checking off every box that Luke is talking about, well, talking with your physician and even getting a referral for physical therapy is an option. Hope you found this informative, and very nice talking with you. Bye.